G'day. Inside all DVD cases that we buy in the shops, they have these locking mechanisms. Okay, these DVD locks, this is where you find them. You find them in the DVD cases. Okay, so when the red is over this side, it's locked, and when the green's in that window there, it's open. Okay, so what we do is we just pop off this. This is the protection strip. We just pop that off, and we have our little locks. We have one lock here and one lock here on that side. All they do is they got a little spring mechanism. It's part of the plastic. Anyway, and that just, with the case here, it just goes up over enough to stop it from coming over. Anyway, so once we take this out, what we do then is we just need to cut it up. All I do is I get the shears and I just cut it. Okay, what we then do is we want to take these little the locks off. Just cut those off, we'll just tear them off. You can just cut that up again. Depending on where these depending on where the plastic has been, I should say, depending on where the DVD has been, sometimes it may have been in the sun. Okay, these ones here, these are the same DVD locks, and these are really brittle. Where these ones here take a bit more to do that. They're really brittle. I'm not sure if we can reuse this plastic, but maybe we might give it a go. Don't really want to see anything go towards the landfill if we can help it. These DVD locks will they won't be, we'll say, they don't flow into the mould, they just slump down into a, well actually, when you melt it, it just stays in its own little container. Anyway, then what we have to do is then we have to press on that, then that'll spread it, and you'll be able to push it into a tin or something like that. Okay, the next thing we need to get off the off here are these little steel balls, discs. That's what they look like. So how I do that, I just get my faithful knife and I just cut on the side, right on the side there. So what we want to do is we want to create a little part on the side so we can get the knife under. Okay, just like that. What we want to do is just slice it with the knife down here, so then we can get the knife in the back. Just pop the knife in and just twist, and they come out. You could possibly drill a hole in the back here, and they should just pop out. But I just found this is just an easy way to do it. Just watch your fingers. The plastic with the knife cuts quite easy. Just be careful. And it just comes out just like that. And we put it into our tin, our container. This is our container of all our little bits of steel. They look like little keyway metal. Not exactly what sort of metal it is, not yet, but we'll find out later on. Righty-o. That's all the ones I've got so far. I've saved that from the landfill. I've saved all these bits from the landfill. You can't see in there. It's too dark. We've saved all these little coils and ferrite rods and little capacitors. Save those, they would have all went to the landfill. Can't say what I'm going to do with all the coils and the ferrite rods and all the little extra bits. Anyway, I've just broken some of the locking mechanisms. I've just broken them up and put them in a little tomato paste container tin, and we're going to melt that. Put it in the oven, put it about 150. Most likely these are PP. Simple fact being is that most of these locks, they have these little movable bits, and most plastic that has movable bits are PP. This one has some writing on it, but the other ones that I had looked didn't. This one doesn't say anything either. And it gives the company OTLCIE, I think. Yeah, anyway, so this will be PP. I can do a test later on to see what exactly it is. But anyway, so I'll put some in the container and we'll see how it goes. Just putting them in and squishing it down. What happens is when we put it in the oven, some of the plastic turns this like dark yellow. It's like it's burnt, but it possibly could be burnt, but yeah, not 100% sure. Anyway, see, it presses down quite easy. So all I do is I get my presser and I just press it in. Ideally what we need to do is we need to make a disc that covers that whole area. Then we can just press the whole lot in the press. This will be good enough at the moment. And there we go, we just keep pressing it down until we get to a full container. Add these bits to the mixture. And our other bits. And if you can find those little pieces that flick off that we've cut, I've just got one here. One of the pieces that we cut off from the side of the little lock. Just put that in. And any other ones that you find, depending on how many you do, try and make sure that when you actually do put the plastic in, that it's sort of cleanish a bit. You don't want it really dirty. Right, back into the oven it goes. I've put the those really brittle plastic. I'll put that into the mix, and this is it. This is the it's gone dark brown. It's quite interesting that the it's gone that colour. So basically, the older the plastic in this material, the darker it is, and the lighter the material, the newer it would be. That's what it's saying to me. I filled it up as much as I want. What I'm doing now is I'm just putting it in the oven to just heat a little bit hotter. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it out and we're going to press it in the vise. Okay, this is the next day. So what I've done is last night I found a small bit of plastic that I'd turned up that did come from a tin like this one. So it was just enough to clear the inside of the tin. So what I've done is when it was hot, I pressed it in the vise, and I really thought it would have blew out the seam, but it didn't. So it looks quite good. It's fully cold now. Yeah, so definitely, if you see the bulges on the side, it's definitely given it a good press. Anyway, I'll pull it apart and we'll have a look. I've just used this Dremel like tool, and I cut off the tin, and this is what we have. It looks rather artistic because we've got the locks. It's rather pretty, I think. It's almost like shame that I actually put the I gouged it all the way around trying to take it off. Oh no, that's very pretty, I think. Yeah, so with this polystyrene piece here, it's probably pushed in around to about here, because when you feel it, you can actually feel the ridge. I think it is into about there. Yeah, so I think that might be a solid block. Nice and shiny. Can you see it? Shiny. That's just how it came out. Didn't do anything special. But yeah, I'm quite impressed with this tin. This tin held up to the vise. I swore it would have cracked, but then again, probably because the size of the tin could probably hold probably a bit more per square inch compared to like one of these bigger tins. So yeah, quite impressed with that actually. So I wonder what I should do, whether I should just cut it in half, have a look at the inside. I might do that. But it's sort of a shame to actually destroy that. I might see what my wife says. Then again, give some comments, see what you think. Yeah. I mean, this bit we were always going to turn that off, because that didn't really worry too much. Yeah, so I basically dug in a bit too much. See, if I turn that now, I'm going to lose all that nice pretty detail there. Then again, I'll get a new detail, whatever else is underneath that. Yes. Maybe I might just use that as a ornament. Alright, there you go. That's what you can do with DVD locks. So